Welcome everyone. We have several new official posts as of now, and this one just came out. So this came as a surprise. This is a new developers discussion, and the developers notes on the 29th. This came out about a minute ago, and let's go through this first. There's also two new posts. One is with tomorrow's new event, with the details of this new event. There's a lot more details we can go through. And also there's more tips in the particular homeland system, which there's a highlight over here I want to go through with you guys at level 7. So let's go through the developers notes first. So the latest one did came about 1 or 2 weeks ago, and there's one more particular developer discussion. So this is quite nice. So basically is what we can have a look over here is some of the questions that was asked to the developers, and some of those were answered. I do believe this did come from the previous surveys that we had, and maybe some of those questions were asked quite often. So the first question is, would we be getting another gadget which can be also a pet in the future? It says that Paimon knows that there will be future opportunities to get a treasure-seeking sea lion in the future versions when the time arises, so don't miss out. So what this is saying is, remember the treasure-seeking sea lion had 3 different colors. Maybe this time we can get a different treasure-seeking sea lion of a different color. There was gold, blue, and also purple, I believe. Yeah, gold, blue, and purple. And during this event, we did get about 320 or 420 Primogems. So this is basically hinting in the future event, there will be a treasure sea lion event. Very likely for patch 1.6. So, it's revealing a better event, revealing there may be more pets. And likely this might look a little different, because there's no point of us giving us the same pets, right? Because for those of us that already have one, we don't need it as a color. So, which is nice. Now the second question is the Keqing future quest. We have talked about the Keqing quest many times. We're like, hey, where's Keqing's quest? Everyone gets their own quest. Mona gets hers, Klee gets hers. So where's the Keqing's quest? And in the future Moon Chase Festival, notice they're hinting there will be a future festival for patch 1.6. In the future Moon Chase Festival, there will be an interesting story for the traveler to experience with Keqing, so stay tuned. Basically, they're hinting something for patch 1.6 with the Keqing side quest. That means more Primogems and more time to spend with Keqing. Now, I do believe the patch 1.6 event, the Ludi Hapsiton, will deal with the the children event and also lots of fun games. I wonder how Keqing's gonna fit in, as she is one of the Liring Harbor, she's one of the stars from Liring Harbor. So that will be interesting. Very excited to see the Keqing quest. Likely 60 more Primogems. The next question is quite silly, I have to say. So the question is, can I get raw meat for the small animals in the homeland system or the realms? Who kills the animals in the realm, right? But the answer is, we cannot gain meat from the animals from Teyvat. Not in the realm. Sorry, we cannot gain meat from the realms. We can gain meat from Teyvat open world, but not in the realms. And the answer is like, come on, give the small animal a break. Stop killing them. I know, I've seen a lot of videos when people poking the cats and they jump around, and the dogs. Don't harm the animals, right? So this is nice to know. So don't attack the animals. Now this is a big question. The next question is a pretty long one. Look at how sizable it is. And this is the final question from the developer's notes. So sound effects generate by triggering certain elemental reactions, such as the elemental resonance with high voltage, and the 4-piece effect from different artifact set like the Venomancer set or the Thunder Fury cannot take effect when the elemental reaction is triggered very far from the character. I did not even know that. So I'm reading the question as if it's a statement. So the answer is, the appearance of this issue is due to the game design implemented during the development prior to release. In order to avoid placing excessive requirement on the system performance, which the game is quite large, guys, we now know how big that game is. 3 GB on mobile just with the latest patch, with the homeland system. To maintain a consistent experience across platforms, we place distance restriction on the effect activation of elemental reactions. Oh, so if you stay away too far from your interactions, maybe if you cast a Festival Bird and if you run away, you no longer gain the special bonus. So the restrictions does not usually affect the normal combat experience, but it can be noticed when traveler attempt to trigger this effect on target extremely far away, maybe with Ganyu and her arrows that's far away, and this not trigger as normal. At the same time, developers are continuing paying close attention on how traveler utilize the elemental reactions. In order to increase the role of elemental reactions played in the combat, we plan to make the following adjustments in the future. So this is the big one. So when a character reaches level 60 or above, the damage caused by major reactions, Electro Charge, Superconduct, Overload, Swirl, and also Shatter. Notice those are the major reactions, those are not melt or vaporize. Will be increased. Oh, this is a buff. Look at that. So the damage will be increased once the character reaches level 60. the base shield damage absorption for shield generated by Crystallize will be increased. Another buff. Notice they're not talking about Vaporize or they're not talking about Melt, and because those are very powerful. The damage bonus provided by Elemental Mastery for major reaction will be increased. Refer to the attribute panel for the exact damage bonus. So depending on the Elemental Masteries we have, all the effects of those effects will be increased. And this is a massive buff to everything but Vaporize or Melt. So those two are super powerful. So the other elemental reactions for characters over level 60 will be introduced in the future. So that's a massive buff. So, which is really good because a lot of characters are a little underwhelming because they just don't get the multipliers compared to the other ones. Oh, there's a plane flying across my room, my house for some reason. I wonder if you guys can hear that. So the initial design of those adjustments have been tested in the 1.6 beta. The developers are continuing to monitor the data and performance for those adjustments. Before any related changes are implemented into the live version of the game, we'll update the travelers on the design and adjustments. So what's happening is, those buffs to the elements will be implemented in 1.6 likely, because it's testing the beta. And if this is the case, 1.6 is going to see some massive elemental damage buffs, and some of the older characters which doesn't shine previously, like Keqing. I knew there would be an Electro buff, right? Look at Electro, Charge, Superconduct, those are the Keqing ones, and notice why they have a Keqing quest and elemental buffs. So 1.6, the elements are getting buffed. Elements other than Pyro and Hydro are getting some really good buffs. So this is looking good. So some really nice developers notes over here, and I think this is really nice, and it's nice that developers are keeping us up to date. And we did have a discussion previously. Now on the topic of the developers discussion, there was also a hidden damage nerf on the skill rotations for the Elemental Mastery of skills with durations. If you guys haven't seen this video, I do recommend coming over here to have a look at the hidden damage nerf that was previously from patch 1.0 to 1.3, and patch 1.4 had this nerf. So you definitely want to check this out if you want to know a bit of details to the adjustments to how you want to cast your spells. So now you might want to cast your buffers a little after the duration of the spell. So I recommend having a look at this one if you guys are interested in more of the hidden mechanics of the game to do the most damage. Now coming over to this post for the latest gameplay details of the Energy Amplifier. So I'll give you guys a quick rundown. The particular event will start around this time tomorrow, and this will last for 18 days. And there's a lot of chapters. Similar to the Threshold event, there will be a lot of chapters. You'll be getting a free Diana, lots of major loots. There will be things called the fruits that's placed in a point of interest. We'll be fighting those and exploring, gaining different grade of shards, getting Primogems, and also getting some fetched data. And by defeating the monsters or the people guarding it, they will be super buffed. And we have a chance of getting different fruit bits, or fragments, or shards. Those are rated by grade. Those are like the ruin system for the game. And you'll have a special ruin system which you can insert 11 of the grades of the shards you obtained. And I believe there's 6 of the green ones, 4 or 5 of the blue ones, or yes, 6 of the green ones, 4 of the blue ones, and 1 of the purple ones. You can slot them in. And depending on your energy level, you can unlock those. So the higher your character's levels are, the more you can unlock those. And those can be used for co-op as well. So notice that you can select a suitable one, you can stock them in. And they will give you special bonus, which are very powerful. And those bonus will give you, increased attack speed like 75%, massive damage, normal attack, charge attack, allow you to dodge attacks. Those are really good buffs. And those will be used for the challenging domains that will be available for more Primogems. And as you challenge those, you can be also getting special currency, and the event reward will come with Diana and also more Primogems. So when the event comes out tomorrow, I'll count how much Primogems we can get. Notice that Diana costs 1000 of the event currency, so maybe we should save at least 1000 currency for Diana for first. Then we can buy the Primogems and also the crown and also everything else. Once the event comes out, I will be looking into how much Primogems we can get and what's the best way to play the event, and we'll make a guide on this one for sure. And finally, this is the second notice on the particular teapot system. And if we come down over here, we have covered this in quite details. I just want to highlight this part because we do have a video on this if you haven't seen it. So the trust rank level 7. Notice this says on trust rank level 7, a special traveling salesman will come over here. So basically, it is an increased rate of a special salesman. The special salesman which will have the special pets and also different layout. So if you guys are thinking of getting those special salesmen, find a friend who's level 7, you can join his co-op for his salesman, or get to level 7 yourself and be like, everyone come to me for the salesman. So this is really nice, and you actually highlight over here to be level 7. I'll have those links available for you guys. Quite excited for the buffs for patch 1.6 and looking great, guys. And let me know what you guys think about this one in the description below. Wow, super excited, and I wonder how things are going to go with patch 1.6. I'll look for more information on this one. We can see Keqing buffs, we can see Electro buffs, and likely Electro characters are coming with Inazuma. Now if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and also turn the little bell on for the latest news. I'll be looking towards to make more builds, guides, tips, and news and event updates for us as we come further into the game. And as always, I wish you guys the best of luck with Keqing and have the most fun in exploring this wonderful world.